guys, welcome back to another week of Weekly Coldplay. My name is Monica.
And my name is Daniel.
And we're a weekly podcast all about...
You guessed it.
Libraries.
This is our second library of the day.
And our third recording. Wouldn't you believe it? Some libraries are pretty loud.
But this one seems pretty quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, out there are kids talking out loud about Roblox, but...
You know what?
You can't hear it from within the room.
Hell yeah. Are they talking about the Coldplay Roblox?
No.
Alright then. Alright, so for this week, we are talking about Mylo Xyloto, the band's 5th studio album. Oh, I want to say that the reason why we're in the library right now is that we're pre-recording this because currently I'm in Japan. Whoa. I mean, not right now. I mean, like, this is past Monica talking about future Monica. Talking about present Monica. Or possibly past Monica, depending on when you're
listening to this. Yeah, right now Monica is seated beside me in a library in Houston, Texas.
But also right now, I'm seated on a plane next to my best friend.
And also right now you're at Star Wars Celebration, and also right now you've already come home. It all depends on your frame of reference.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, I could be at a Coldplay concert. We could be at a Coldplay concert.
Anyway, you, the listener, get to decide where Monica is.
Yeah.
By choosing when you listen to this.
Where in the world is Monica?
Yeah.
So, Mylo Xyloto, the studio's fifth album. The studio's 5th band. The band's 5th studio album.
And their 6th album overall.
If you're counting live albums. Also, you know, this made-up word, Mylo Xyloto. What does it mean?
2 made-up words.
Whatever. Made-up phrase, name, whatever. It's all made up. It's not real.
Well, it depends on if you're going with the original canon or the comic canon, whether it's one name or 2 names.
Either or.
I prefer the original canon, where Mylo is one character and Xyloto is a different character, and so the album is just both of their names next to each other. And the comic retconned it to make Mylo Xyloto one guy, and renamed Xyloto to Fly.
Yeah, which is in this pop-up book. So we're referencing today, instead of Life in Technicolor, which we'll probably talk about next week, we'll talk about the Mylo Xyloto pop-up book.
Fly is in the pop-up book?
The name is.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. That's where all the names came from. It was from Chris's journal.
I see.
Yeah. So, the track list for Mylo Xyloto is Mylo Xyloto, Hurts Like Heaven, Paradise, Charlie Brown, Us Against the World, MMIX, Every Teardrop is a Waterfall, Major Minus, UFO, Princess of China, A Hopeful Transmission, Don't Let It Break Your Heart, and Up With the Birds. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll talk about the pop-up book a little bit here.
Oh, I just realized the one thing I forgot to do was pre-rank my selection, so I'll have to do it live here with you.
So I have here the pop-up book, which, by the way, the album was released sometime in October. I think it was like October. Actually, I'm not going to guess the date, but I know it was October 2011.
We'll have an exact date next week when we talk about the Life in Technicolor chapter about this album.
Yeah, and it mainly features graffiti, and it's like a really like tight, like, I wouldn't say, obviously it's not their first concept album, but it's like more of a concept album than Viva La Vida is. You know, it has more concepts and albums.
Yeah, Viva La Vida is like just the concept, and I feel like this one evolved a little bit past the original concept.
Yeah, this was when they started kind of playing around with like themes with space and...
Well, not when they started with space. It's their second space-themed album.
Yeah, but X and Y was space-themed, but this one has a world building.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It was the beginning of the Coldplay extended universe.
yeah, and their obsession with space. I guess, well, it started with X and Y, and now it just kept going, and now here we are.
I think it was like X and Y take 2.
Yeah.
Make one we don't hate this time.
I mean, no, they don't hate it, but like, you know, they just need to redo X and Y. Anyway,
You know what's hidden in Mylo Xyloto, right in the center?
oh my god.
X and Y.
Yeah, maybe that's why they named it that.
I wouldn't be that surprised, honestly.
Yeah. So, this pop-up book...
It really is actually the 2 center letters. I just counted.
Yeah. So this pop-up book that I have here was obviously released as like this deluxe version of the album, and it's similar to if you have the notebook version of Moon Music, but this is like that but more. I feel like this has more of Chris's writings. It's got more
Really, I feel the opposite.
I think no. Yeah, I think this just feels like more to me, but I think maybe because the pages are bigger and there's a pop-up section, and there's also stencils and stickers.
To me, this one, like, it comes with like more physical items and more art stuff, but it has less of like Chris's writing, whereas the notebook edition, you get to see a lot more like early iterations of the song lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that in here.
There's a little, but it felt like, I don't know, it just felt like not quite as many things from his notebook as you get in the notebook edition of Moon Music. Not to say that I don't love this. I mean, I'm thinking about shelling out $60 for my own, because I want to spray paint with the stencils.
I don't know, to me, because it has a lot more of like, okay, we recorded this on this date. It has more like journal dates of like when they actually recorded the songs, which seems like more, and it's all in Chris's handwriting, so it seems like more.
I guess for me, the journal, the dates of when they recorded things from both this and the notebook edition were the least interesting part to me. So to me, this feels like less because it's more of that and less of the parts that I was interested in. So that is probably where my perception is coming from.
Probably. So yeah, so if you pick up the pop, or if you happen to have it, you'll know that it comes with 1 sticker sheet, 1 poster, 2 stencil sheets, the CD, and the vinyl, and a really cool pop-up section in this, and photos.
And the whole vinyl is Us Against the World themed.
Yeah, the swirly, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's one thing. All the songs came with symbols, and so the swirl is for Us Against the World. But yeah, there's it's a whole bunch of there's
some of them are more recognizable than others. The teardrop.
The Broken Heart.
Yeah. Wonder which song that could be.
Yeah. A Flame.
Yeah.
Crown. Trying to think what else. There was a flower.
Yeah, I mean, there's the letters M and X.
I wonder what's that.
And the letters C and K, but you turn them sideways.
Yeah. Card kids. Yeah, a lot of stuff in here, you'll realize that there's like a lot of like tidbits of what they would eventually use in this go around of albums of both Music of the Spheres and Moon Music. Because flipping through this, in Chris's journal, you literally see Cubic, the planet that is very well.
I feel like all these ideas, like the very basis of the creative idea that this trilogy of albums we're getting right now comes from, I feel like that first came to Chris and started that seed with Mylo Xyloto. And then it's like he took a little break because there were other things going on in his life and the world that he wanted to make music about, with Ghost Stories, Head Full of Dreams, and Everyday Life. I mean, now it just feels like, it doesn't even feel like revisiting. It feels like it was just fermenting in his brain.
Yeah.
And then it reached ripeness.
Yeah. And, there's some stuff actually in the workings of, like, getting Moon Music and tracklist done. Ico was thrown around, which is a very prominent in Mylo Xyloto. So, and it's still not out.
I'm certain that he's saving it for Alphabetica.
Which, by the way, earlier I had realized that they have to release 26 songs for Alphabetica, and I am very excited about that. The concept of a 26 6-track album.
It's a concept album, but the concept is, what if we released 26 songs? It's Monica's favorite concept.
Yeah. The singles that were from this, obviously, is going to be Paradise, Charlie Brown, Every Teardrop is Waterfall, which was the first single. I think also Princess of China, and I know Hurts Like Heaven did get its own music video, and it was like comic themed. It was themed to the comic book that we mentioned, which we will talk about it, because I do own it all, obviously.
And we're comic experts.
Yeah. I just realized here on the front it says Xylo Brights. I think that's really cool.
Xylo Brights?
Yeah.
You know what that makes me think of? Light Brights.
Yeah. Anyway, do you have anything else to say about
the pop-up book?
Mm-hmm.
My name is in it.
My birthday's in it.
A tiny little drawing of Matt McGinn is in it.
Yeah. Anything else? Or shall we talk about the...
Yeah, let's talk about the album.
Alright, so it starts off with Mylo Xyloto, which is ethereal. Not really ethereal, it's just Johnny's guitar and beep, beep, beep. This little xylophone, the Xyloto. No, it's not a xylophone. It's a...
Marimba?
No, it's like one of the glass ones, I feel like. It's like really high-pitched.
I see.
Yeah. Anyway, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Who cares? Coldplay, if you're listening to this.
Yeah.
I love you.
Wait, I feel like I saw that instrument listed in a list of things in the book. Maybe it was a vibraphone.
Yes, that's exactly what it's called. Yeah, it's a vibraphone. Look at that. But yeah, I had remembered, like, I feel like forever ago, obviously, whenever they were first teasing Mylo Xyloto, they posted like a video of them playing this song. It was either this song or if it was Paradise. I don't really remember. But yeah, we were like, what the? There's a vibraphone in there. What's going on? Yeah, and it sounded really interesting and very different from Viva La Vida or Death and All of His Friends. So we were all very curious about it. Oh yeah, this was like the first album that I actually like. This was the first album release that I was a part of. Oh, Monica lore there. Yeah. So the first song is it's just an an interlude that goes straight into the next song.
Yeah, it's
there's
almost
not
like
much
an introduction.
Yeah, there's not much to say about Mylo Xyloto other than it starts the album.
Yeah, if you listen to Mylo Xyloto, you're gonna want to listen to Hurts Like Heaven after it.
Yeah.
Or you'll be left with musical blue balls.
Oh my god.
Or you'll be left profoundly unsatisfied.
Yeah. I have to segue onto the next track, Hurts Like Heaven. Yeah, I love this song so much.
I also love this song so much. Listener, you're gonna have to hear me say I love this song so much a lot of times because this is, once again, one of my all-time favorite Coldplay albums.
Mm-hmm.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
It's very special to me because part of what originally got me into Coldplay was learning about the concepts behind their concept albums, both Music of the Spheres and Mylo Xyloto, and so I have a much stronger connection to this album than a lot of the other ones.
So Hurts Like Heaven, it's like a high energy song. I mean, just whenever getting out of Mylo Xyloto into Will's just hitting the drums, I'm obsessed with, and it's so high paced, and it's a great way to open the album. Looks like Daniel's listening to it in his head.
Yeah, you did the opening drum bit and it started playing.
In his head, not in real life. Yeah, and it's a great song. I love Johnny's parts in this song. I think it's just very good.
I like the lyrics. They're all about graffiti.
Yeah. It's like all about graffiti.
They're mostly about graffiti.
Yeah.
It's a great way to open the album and to open shows.
Yeah. This was a great show opener. I will say I shared this story with Daniel earlier, and I'll share it with you. But when I started getting into Coldplay and all that, and it was before this album came out, my brother, he's 10 years older than me, so we have very different, I think, music tastes. And he was like, I tried to get into Coldplay, but they're just not for me. And, like, to each their own, but he just doesn't really like them. And finally, after the album came out, and I was listening to this in my room, and my room was, like, next to the bathroom, and I had, like, this stereo set up in my room, and my brother went to go use the bathroom, and then he came out, or I could just hear him yell from the bathroom. He goes, "Is that Coldplay?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Wow, that's really good." And he was like, drumming along with it. So, yeah, it's like heaven is a great sign.
Fun for the whole family.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe, you never know. There's a Coldplay song for everyone. Even if you think there isn't, I think there is. Yeah. Well, that's Hurts Like Heaven. All right, on to the next song, Paradise. Probably their big hit from this album. I feel like that.
Yeah. Although I will be honest, while I like Paradise, it gets played so much that it is another one of those songs I am a little bit sick of. Like, if I'm watching a video of a Music of the Spheres concert, Paradise is one of the songs that I'll kind of tune out for a little bit.
It's fun live though.
I'm excited.
I remember the music video for this was filmed in South Africa, because they had shows in South Africa, and yeah.
Yeah, didn't they like fly their music video director out there?
Maybe. Matt Whitecross, who a longtime friend of Coldplay.
Yeah, I know this is one of the Matt Whitecross videos.
Yes.
I think they flew him down there, like, "Hey, can you come to South Africa right now?"
Sounds about right. Sounds like Coldplay. Yeah. This song, I will say I am obsessed with guys lead into the song. But I do have to say that the chorus is a little bit repetitive, so I'm not that big of a fan of the chorus. Of the chorus. Also, every time I guess I bring up Coldplay now, my brother just starts singing Paradise. I'm like, literally, do you know any other song?
Oh, I'll teach him Everglow.
Oh, yeah. Oh God. Can't wait till we get to that album. Yeah, but there is a bit of form of nostalgia with the song. This used to be my this used to be like my alarm ringtone, my alarm tone. Whenever I would wake up, I remember I woke up at I woke up really early to listen to this song, in the UK, like it was playing on a radio station, probably BBC One or whatever, Absolute Radio. It was playing on something, and I woke up just to hear the song for the first time, and then that was a really cool experience. I have a lot of cool experiences of that with me and Coldplay. I'm just okay, I'm just gonna wake up at an ungodly time and listen to this Coldplay song for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it, but I am a little bit sick of it.
Okay.
I mean, for the same reason you said, the chorus is just so repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, originally, and I don't know how, the mixing just got wrong, but originally, the song is supposed to be Paradise, and then it's supposed to, Will in the background go, para, and just a small echo, but somehow it just ended up being Paradise, which whenever I do sing it live, I sing it the quote-unquote original version, the way that Chris sings it, which he sings it Paradise.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Which makes it a little less annoying, I feel like.
A little. I mean, anything with Will is a little less annoying.
And then the next song is Charlie Brown.
originally called Car Kids.
Yeah.
Renamed Charlie Brown after a lyric mentioning Charlie Brown that was then cut from the final version of the song.
You know, the Coldplay way. I love this song so much. It's so fun. I love it when they play it live. I love Johnny's bit, the little guitar riff in this.
I remember when I was first getting into Coldplay, before I really knew a lot of the songs based on their names, you would talk about Charlie Brown a lot.
Yeah, because it's a great song.
So it was one of the ones I learned first because Monica talked about it so much.
I love Charlie Brown. It's fun. It's fun. Again, it's fun hearing this live.
And everyone starts jumping.
Yeah. I love the music video to Charlie Brown. I mean, it's just, what Coldplay at the club.
And you get the iconic imagery that the whole album was inspired by in this song. Be a bright red rose come bursting through concrete.
Yeah.
I used to bike to work when I lived in Colorado, and on the bike ride I would have to bike down this little road before I turned into a neighborhood that I would then go uphill. But on that road, very quickly before my turnoff, there was a flower that was growing through the concrete in the road, and every time I passed it I would think of Coldplay.
Oh, that's nice. I think this song actually really sets the tone for the entire album too. It just feels like the message, the imagery, everything about it just really feels like Mylo Xyloto, you know? I also like pronouncing it's Mylo Xyloto, Xyloto. Just different inflections.
Yeah, Mindro Jojo.
Oh my god.
This was one of the first album names that I learned also.
Yeah. Well, good. Get the hardest one
I still have the original. Monica wrote it down on a sticky note so I could see how it was spelled. That same sticky note where you first wrote it down for me. I still have it.
Well, now you know. Now you know how it's spelled.
It says Mylo Xyloto in small letters, and the rest of the sticky note is blank.
Yeah. Well, the next one you could pretty much take the lead on because it's Us Against the World.
So, Us Against the World is my favorite song by the band Coldplay. I have loved this song since the first time I heard it. It was the first Coldplay song to really transfix me and make me want to listen to it again and again and again. Make me start rocking back and forth. I love the chorus. My favorite part is the bridge, which is why I really wish they would release the Silver Bird version where the bridge is twice as long. And it has my name in it, which is just a coincidence. That's not the reason I love it so much. But I really like how they would do it during Live 2012, which I guess we can talk about it next week too, but the whole band would come out on stage one at a time on C stage, and when Will would show up and start singing, it was just so sweet. The whole song is so sweet, and it is very, very special to me.
Yeah. I also like the song. I don't like it as much as Daniel. I remember when I first heard the song, I was like, this is really pretty and really nice. And I would sing it all the time, but I don't know, I guess hearing it all the time through live streams of just hearing it on C stage night after night after night, I kind of got tired of it just a little bit. I mean, it's like The Scientist. You just get numb to it,
I get that, but I don't think this is a song that I would ever end up getting numb to.
No.
I do remember when I first told Monica that I really loved Us Against the World, I was giving her updates on my journey of listening to Coldplay songs. She was shocked and then mean to me about it.
Listen, it's just a trauma response from listening to it all the time.
At least I didn't pick Everglow, okay?
Yeah. Well, it was like that, and then I know they also played it a lot during... I mean, I know it was a Silver Bird version, but they still played it a lot during A Head Full of Dreams, so that was 2 tours back to back. Because Ghost Stories didn't really have a tour. It was just okay, alright. I just got tired of it. you know, that at the time was my Everglow. Now I would love to hear it live again, but, you know.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, for the first time I found a Coldplay song I like to choose. Like, why is it that one? You picked wrong.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
But
it's a good song.
She gave me photocopies of her songbook for this song.
Mm-hmm.
I learned some of it, but it doesn't sound quite right.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, Hal Leonard, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't always trust these piano arrangements to be accurate to what the band's really playing.
Yeah, I definitely don't, because I remember I was playing something, and I'm like, because I have the songbooks for Viva La Vida and Mylo Xyloto, and then I also have like this greatest hits songbook as well, and I play some of the songs like Viva La Vida. I'm like, this ain't Viva. I know her. I know that song very well. That's not that. But anyway. Yeah, that's Us Against the World. The next song is another interlude. We don't really have to get much into it. It's MMIX.
I mean, I think the most interesting thing to me about this song is that the letters don't really stand for anything or mean anything.
Yeah, well, it was like Max Martin is awesome or something.
Something like that. The other interesting thing to me about it is that unwittingly, it is 2009.
Yeah. Even though this came out in
2011. But MMIX is 2009.
But we could talk about it leading into the next song, Every Teardrop is Waterfall, the band's first single for this album. I remember when this song first dropped, and everyone was either you loved it or you hated it. I was in the in-between, and I liked it.
I used to just like this song okay. Now I love it.
Oh,
and
wow.
It is one of my favorite Coldplay songs.
Mm-hmm.
But specifically, this one is in the list along with Yellow and In My Place and Us Against the World. I don't know if you know what all these songs have in common for me.
They're Coldplay songs.
These are songs that there's a live version of the song that I prefer to the studio version. Oh, and I guess Death Will Never Conquer is also on that list.
Mm-hmm.
But the live in Buenos Aires version of Every Teardrop is a Waterfall is my favorite version of that song. And specifically because of the intro that Chris does. Alright, so after some forensic digging, we found out that the intro I like is the bit where Chris goes, sing E-O, E-O, sing E-O, E-O. Anyway, that's the bit. And while I know it best from Live in Buenos Aires, I guess that's because that's where I heard it first, and then I put that version on my playlist and kept listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
He also does do it in the live 2012 version.
Yeah.
I just haven't heard that recording as often. But either way, I like it live a little bit better than recorded because I really like that intro.
Mm-hmm.
I think it leads super well into the song. It's also got several of my favorite lyrical phrases from Coldplay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to see another generation drop. I'd rather be a comma than a full stop.
Mm-hmm.
From underneath the rubble, sing a rebel song. Maybe I'm in the black, maybe I'm on my knees, maybe I'm in the gap between the two trapezes.
I always thought that line was silly, but just the two trapezes, like...
Oh, I actually... So... There's a show on the internet called Dimension 20, which is an actual play, D&D based show. They have a season called A Crown of Candy, and there is a character who wants to become a trapeze artist when she grows up.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a very touching moment where she is in her mind in the gap between two trapezes and unsure if she's going to be able to reach and grab onto the next one. And it represents her being in the limbo between life and death, and it being unclear if she's going to wake up or not. But also, when I was in the middle of about to change everything about my life and very scared about it because I had never done anything like that before, the way that I started describing to people how I felt without even realizing it was that it felt like I was in the gap between two trapezes.
Oh, wow.
And then I was like, this phrase I'm saying, it seems familiar to me. And then the next time I heard Every Teardrop is a Waterfall, I was like, oh, it's that. So it was the exact thing that I was feeling.
That's wild. Yeah, I had never heard that phrase before. Before Coldplay.
Well, it wasn't like a phrase that I'd heard before. I probably got it from Coldplay, but I was just like trying to share metaphorically how I was feeling. And I was like, it feels kind of like I'm in between two trapezes. And
Wow.
so
I just thought I did not like the rhyme scheme. Just me personally, I just really did not like the rhyme scheme.
I also really like this rhyme scheme.
Oh, yeah. I remember, yeah, so I like the song okay. I remember when I first heard it, I was like, oh, eh. Yeah, I was pretty much like indifferent about it. I mean, I was really excited about it. I love the music video for this. It's a lot of fun. I love all the spray paint. It's filmed in the same place as the music video for Fluorescent Adolescent by Arctic Monkeys, but now they just Coldplay-fied it. And it's, I think it's a fun song. I think looking back at it now, I think I really like it. I do miss them playing it, not just like it being part of Light Club, but actually playing it. Yeah, Coldplay, if you're listening, play Every Teardrop is a Waterfall live again. Yeah. The next song is Major Minus, which, I don't know, I'm pretty much indifferent about the song. Okay, whenever it first came out, I didn't quite care for it. I didn't really like it. However, nowadays, I actually kind of like the song now. I don't know. I like the guitar, like Johnny's guitar. I feel like I'm mostly just talking about Johnny, but when am I not?
I was about to say that. I was waiting for you to pause.
But I, you know, it's just really cool.
This song is the predecessor to. It's one of the two predecessors to People of the Pride.
Yeah, it has that same feel. I feel like it has the exact same message. It's almost like the same song copy pasted, but the People of the Pride
gayer.
is, yeah. I was gonna say just a bit more gay.
I like the literary allusions. I have always liked the Peter Pan reference with the crocodiles ticking, and it also is really interesting to me. In Major Minus, you get one eye watching you, one eye on what you do, one eye on, like the two eyes not looking in the same direction as each other, and the reference to the crocodile ticking. And then in People of the Pride, you get the cuckoo clock going tick tock, and then the crocodile cross-eyed. Both of its eyes are not looking in the same direction.
See, I think for a very long time, I did not like Major Minus because lyrically, I don't think it's very strong.
It has the callback to Us Against the World that I really like.
Wow. For me, it's, you know, I'm here hiding the stairs. I got my right side fighting while my left hides under the chairs. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I think it's a little bit corny. Peace and love.
I like parts of the lyrics. I have fun listening to it.
Yeah.
It's fun when it comes on in the car, because then I can tell Monica to keep both eyes on the road, not just one of them.
I think, yeah, for me, musically, Major Minus, I like the song a lot. Lyrically, that's all. And then after Major Minus is UFO. I feel like is an extremely underrated song. I love UFO. I think it's a great song. And I think lyrically it's pretty strong. And, you know, bullets fly, split the sky. I like that. I like that a lot.
UFO is another one of those songs that I just haven't listened to enough. Like, we listened to it earlier, and I remember being like, wow, I need to listen to this more. I like it more than I thought. And then already now, I can't remember it again. Because I haven't heard it very, very many times. I mean... Okay, now that I'm reading the lyrics, I can hear it in my head.
I used to listen. No, I used to listen to the song a lot, so I really really like the song, and it just feels just so simple after like how I feel like I don't want to say overproduced because I don't think that this album's overproduced, but it is produced in a more pop way than I feel like any of the previous albums have been. And so this felt like a nice like breather to everything. Yeah.
It's a nice song, and it's a song I need to listen to more. I mean,
yeah.
That's
yeah,
mostly it.
Yeah. UFO for songbook. Come on now. Alright, and then the next song is Princess of China featuring Rihanna. I like this song. I mean, the music video for it is okay. I don't know. It looks like Rihanna and Chris were about to make out in the music video. But you know what? Hell yeah. But
Wow, Chris knows Smurfette.
I like Rihanna on this song. I mean, I love her voice. I think she has a great voice. And I mean, it tells a pretty good story, you know. I think it's a really good like breakup song. I like this song a lot. I mean, I don't go out of my way to listen to Princess of China, but you know, if it comes on, I'm gonna listen to it. There's an acoustic version of it that's on Spotify that I really like. I also really like that there's a remix also on Spotify that's also really good. Yeah, that's all.
I like Princess of China, okay, but they don't play it live all the time, so I don't know why, but it is another one of those songs that I've gotten a little bit tired of.
Yeah, they don't play it live at all.
I don't know what it is. I feel like I've heard it a lot of times.
It might just be in my car.
Also in like my own, like, because I used to shuffle your complete Coldplay playlist all the time. I feel like I got this song a lot.
You just gotta clear that cache, that Spotify cache.
Man, I want some cash.
CACHE. And I think I remember seeing them live. I think not Chris. I think Will would hit those high notes. Yeah, good for Will. Of course, obviously
Always.
he would. Yeah, of course he would.
Although, oh my gosh, I'm just realizing. Did we remember to talk about Johnny's low notes when we did Live 2003?
We did not. We didn't.
Oh wow. Okay, calling back several weeks. We're fixing an error. We did not acknowledge how fantastic Johnny's low notes were in Live 2003.
Yeah, he sings really low.
And he deserves it even if we're several albums later now.
I mean, that could have been the last one you listened to, depending on how you listen to these.
Yeah, maybe you're listening to them in creation order, which is something I've done with things. I'll stray from release order occasionally if I can find a creation order.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Fancy. Yeah, that's Princess of China. Next is A Hopeful Transmission. It's another transition song. I mean, I like this one because I love the next song. So, yeah, there's not much to say about A Hopeful Transmission other than I like this little symbol. It was like a little radio tower with an H in the center. I think that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drew the symbol on my shoes. I have like these Coldplay shoes I made myself that don't fit me anymore. I don't know how my feet grew, but they did.
Those Coldplay shoes are so cool.
Yeah.
We should auction them off for charity.
No, I'm okay with them. No offense. I mean, I would just donate my own money to charity. I'm not saying that. It's not about the cause. It's about I'm really attached to these shoes that I worked really hard on when I was 17, 16 years old.
No, that's fair. It was more like an impulsive, like...
But, yeah, they glow in the dark.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Great news.
Oh my god. So the next song is Don't Let It Break Your Heart. I love this song so much. It's so much fun. I remember they used to play it live. This, to Daniel's Humankind, this was my Humankind, okay? And I love Humankind. You know, I had the privilege to hear it.
Better.
Yeah, well, I had the privilege to hear it like a couple of times live. As well as I had the privilege of hearing Don't Let It Break Your Heart live, and it was so good, so fun. Yeah, I'm obsessed with this song. Don't let it break your heart.
I know this song, I hear it and I like it, but I've never, I guess, processed most of the lyrics aside from the titular phrase. The lyrics are so good.
Yeah. Man,
MX is such a lyrically strong album in my opinion. You get Chris moving in a lot of ways out of mumbleese and into writing something that has a meaning.
I have like a semi-opposite effect. I feel like a lot of the songs are a little bit mumblies, but a lot of it, um, I feel like I don't know. Maybe it's just like the big pop sound. I'm not like that into, um, which makes me sound like a snob. That's not really it. Because I like some of the pop songs. I love Sky Full of Stars. You know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah, and I don't like Sky Full of Stars all that much.
But I just think like lyrically, it could be stronger. I guess again, I don't have a strong connection to trapezes as Daniel. Or
like it's got Hurts Like Heaven,
mm-hmm.
Us Against the World, Every Teardrop is a Waterfall, Don't Let It Break Your Heart, and then all of those songs to me are some of my favorite lyrically.
Mm-hmm. Okay. My favorite lyrically would have to be Hurts Like Heaven. Probably Charlie Brown.
I mean, all of those are some of my favorite overall Coldplay songs lyrically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think, well, still for me, it would be Hurts Like Heaven, maybe Up With the Birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, I wish Coldplay would play this song live again. It's fun. When you're tired of aiming your arrow.
And it has that callback to Hurts Like Heaven.
Yeah.
And then the final track cycles back to Chris's favorite thing to talk about, birds. It's Up With the Birds, which I actually don't know the lyrics all that well, but melodically, this is a song I really love. I just find the melody soothing.
Yeah, the first verse, or the first bit, is written by Leonard Cohen.
Yeah, the writer of Hallelujah. Did you know that Leonard Cohen originally wrote, Leonard Cohen wrote 80 verses to Hallelujah before he settled on the final 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, good job for narrowing it down.
I bet Chris probably finds it relatable.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I love the first part of Up With the Birds. I mean, I love this song for a very, very long time. This is like my favorite song off of Mylo Xyloto. And it's very uplifting. Thank God I couldn't get tattoos when I was like 16, 17 years old. Thank God I didn't get tattoos when I was 15, 16, 17 years old. Because I wanted, like, on the side of my arm here, I wanted good things are coming your way with, like, the little bird symbol.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you wanted to get, like, all the symbols from Us Against the World.
Or from Mylo Xyloto.
From Mylo Xyloto.
A lot of people actually do have those tattoos. They're pretty cool, but no, I wanted to get specifically Up With the Birds lyrics, but now I have Eternal lyrics on my arm. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, I have Jupiter lyrics, not Us Against the World lyrics. Yeah. I'm happy with those.
Yeah. But yeah, I really love this song. I think it's a great, and again, like, uplifting way to, like, end this album. Opposite from the comic book.
Don't get me started on the comic book yet. Earlier I was like, we could talk about it in the same, but no, you're right, it needs its own episode because I will write an entire essay.
Oh my god. Yeah, this, I think the Up With the Birds ties up the album really well and leaves it on a high note. And it leaves you just feeling real good. At least, leaves me feeling real good. So I like Up With the Birds a lot.
Yeah, I also love Up With the Birds. Sorry, I'm planning out my 13-issue maxi series where I replace the Mylo Xyloto comic with my own better Mylo Xyloto comic.
Oh my god, okay.
I do think I could write a better Coldplay related comic.
I think Coldplay can write a better Coldplay-related comic. They didn't write that anyway.
I know. No, I'm not
Yeah.
saying like better than Coldplay. I'm saying
Yeah.
better than the people who wrote it.
Oh yeah.
I have beef with them.
Yeah.
My issue is that I liked Coldplay's original ideas for a story, and I feel like they diverged too far from
Yeah.
what Coldplay had in mind.
Well, here's the thing, because originally, that comic book was supposed to be the animated film that's going to be the next album. So we still have that. That's still up in the air of like what they will have story-wise for that animated film. So,
Yeah. But I don't know. Coldplay just really inspires me, so I want to write stories based on Coldplay things.
oh yeah.
I mean, I still want to come back to that game one day.
Yeah. Do you have any more thoughts about Up with the Birds?
No more thoughts other than I like how it sounds. It sounds pretty. I need to add it to my Calming Coldplay playlist.
Yeah. And that is Mylo Xyloto.
Mylo Xyloto.
And now we will go with our ranking. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first. So my ranking is MMIX, A Hopeful Transmission, Mylo Xyloto, Paradise, which I feel bad ranking solo because it's one of the most popular. It's the most popular song off this album, but I'm just very sick of it. Princess of China, UFO, Don't Let It Break Your Heart, Major Minus, Up with the Birds, Charlie Brown, Every Teardrop is a Waterfall, Hurts Like Heaven, and at the top, my favorite Coldplay song, Us Against the World.
Alright, and for me, I'm going to be doing this live. Alright, so it's going to be MMIX, MX, A Hopeful Transmission, the transition songs or the interludes, and then probably Princess of China, probably Every Teardrop is a Waterfall, Paradise, Major Minus, Us Against the World, UFO, Don't Let It Break Your Heart, Charlie Brown, Hurts Like Heaven, Up with the Birds.
I knew you'd have Up with the Birds up there, but I didn't realize it was your top one off this album.
Yeah, I said it earlier.
Oh, maybe I guess I just didn't process.
And that's Mylo Xyloto. Yeah, and we don't have any other news because, again, I am currently on a plane right now. I'm pretty sure at this point in time I will be on a plane. So we don't have any current news going on. And, of course, the band are about to be on tour, as I am also on tour in Japan.
Yeah.
So we'll just go straight into charity.
So we're continuing highlighting different AIDS charities or AIDS-related charities across the U.S. as the federal government is threatening funding to a lot of these very important organizations, just to highlight what some of the charities are in big cities. So this week we're talking about a charity in Seattle called Lifelong. You can find them at lifelong.org. In the 1980s, when elected officials were ignoring and neglecting the first victims of the AIDS epidemic, community members in Seattle were compelled to unite and fight back against the injustice. They came together to establish several nonprofits, including the Northwest AIDS Foundation, the Chicken Soup Brigade, and Evergreen Wellness Advocates, and the three of those eventually became Lifelong, which has been operating for close to 40 years now. Lifelong provides a range of services, and I'll touch on a few of the key ones. They provide a food and nutrition program. It delivers healthy home-cooked meals as well as selected groceries to the doors of low-income community members living with life-challenging illnesses such as cancer, HIV, diabetes, kidney disease, or other illnesses. When you sign up, you can choose from different options to reflect medical or dietary needs or preferences or cultural preferences for types of foods. They also offer some nutrition counseling to people who have conditions that could be better managed or benefited from nutritional counseling. They offer emergency, transitional, and permanent housing to medically vulnerable individuals who are either homeless or rent burdened. And then they also provide tiny house villages, which are one of the places that the city of Seattle can help relocate unhoused individuals too who need somewhere to stay and live in. And then while the people are staying in any of these forms of housing that they provide, they also provide services to help people eventually be able to support and find their own sustainable housing. They believe that housing is healthcare because better health outcomes are correlated with having a safe place to manage your illness. They also provide insurance and medical services to people living with HIV. And if you want to help them, you can donate through their website. But also, if you live in the Seattle area, they host different events to raise money. The next one is on Friday, June 13th at Fremont Studios. They're having a gay bingo night, the original Seattle gay bingo. You can go play bingo and also help lifelong.
And also go be gay.
Yeah, well, you can just be gay no matter what you do, whether you're at gay bingo or not.
Yeah, but you could go be gay at gay bingo.
That's true, yeah.
But thank you, Daniel.
You're welcome.
And that is it for this week. I want to say, I don't know, we took a lot of breaks during this, so it might not be as long as it looks like it might be.
I still think it's going to be a longer than average week.
Yeah, but next week we are going to talk about Live 2012, Coldplay's second live concert DVD.
Their 7th overall album.
Yeah, it did come out an album. And we will talk about that next week. My name is Monica.
My name is still Daniel.
And we're Weekly Coldplay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to Weekly Coldplay. For more Coldplay content from us, check us out on Twitter at Weekly Coldplay and Instagram at weekly.coldplay. That is weekly, Coldplay. And if you like what you hear, give us a follow on wherever you're listening to this podcast on. Thank you again, and we'll be back next week with more Coldplay news.